Hi everyone! So, today I already prepared my canvas. If you've seen the heart painting, you'll know how I do it. It's quite simple. I'll leave a card up here so you can click on it and see the heart painting. But what I do is use fluid medium and masking tape. So I will put my masking tape on and then cover the edge with 2 coats of fluid medium to prevent the paint from infiltrating under the tape. The fluid medium will seal the tape and preventing it from lifting up, and so will make nice straight lines. That's the hard edge technique. I want a contrasting painting, so what I did is pretty much same concept as the art. I want dark stripes and then vivid stripes. So I mixed my colors for that. I have blue, fluorescent blue, Mars black, zinc white, and silver. I mixed a lot of black, so it's going to be dark, but I want the blue and the silver to pop through. I mixed a bit of zinc white. The zinc white will disappear in it anyway, but it's going to help create some cells and effects. So it's going to be cool. I mixed my paints the usual way, 50-50 medium and paint, and then I added water to the blue and the black, no water to the white. And for the ink, the silver, I did 1 part ink, 10 part medium, and a little bit of water. So I will zoom you in and get started. Okay, so I'll put the colors in order of density and do a flip cup. My favorite way of spreading colors on a canvas. White first. Mars black after the white. I use this side of the cup so the colors do not mix too much. Then the silver. Once again, we'll use the side of the cup so the colors do not mix too much. I want them to stack together so the heavy density paint really covers the lighter density paints. And finally, the fluorescent blue. Just some fun there, little fun spots. Oh, notice this time the tape goes under the canvas, so I prevent the little happy accident that happened last time. And let's lift this. Okay. I do not have corners to cover, but I'll still use my corner catcher to keep most of the paint on the canvas. And I will cover the canvas like a normal painting. And then as I remove the tape, I'll be sure that everything is covered. I had nice cells, but I destroyed them because the tape had some texture and tilted maybe a bit too hard. There's a big bubble there. But I still have some cells forming here and there. And black cells too. That's surprising. Mars black has a high density. Anyway, I'll give you a time lapse and you can see if it changes. we're back. So, it's quite different look that I usually have. I think that's because the masking tape lifted where I didn't put medium on it, but that's okay. The paint will not go under it, and I think that unusual look will look nice with the stripes. The mini cells will be perfect for what I want to do. I will not need to, when I remove the tape, I will not cut some beautiful large cells. I have the mini cells in the part where the stripes will be, so it's actually just fine. I think it's going to look very nice. The silver pretty much took over. I expected the black to take more place, but it's Mars Black, and Mars Black has a heavier density, so it probably sank at the bottom, and we'll see the silver and blue on top, but they will dry transparent, so the black will come back as it dries. Can't wait to complete that one. I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to take about a week for the paint to cure before I can put masking tape on it. I do not want to mess it up and put masking tape on too soon and peel off the paint because it isn't cured and solidly attached to the canvas. Hi everyone! So, today I'm going to complete this painting I've done with the hard edge technique. I've done this quite simple actually. I just measured the width of my tape and made the lines that size, so I just have to put just a bit of tape and I cover my line perfectly. So, what I do is put the tape down, and if you put just the tape down, it won't work because with fluid paint it's even worse. The paint will infiltrate under the tape, and the fluid paint will make the tape lift altogether. So what you want to do to avoid that is fluid medium, please. So what you want to do to avoid that is put fluid medium on the edges, like I did with my heart painting. If you haven't seen the heart painting, you should go see it right away, because I explained in detail how I do the hard edge technique in the heart painting. But yeah, if you don't put the fluid medium, the tape will just lift up and the paint will go over and under the tape, so it's not good. That's why I put the medium. It kind of seals the tape from the humid and the watery fluid acrylic, and the tape will remain glued there. And that's about it, really. There's not much to it. The fun with that technique, though, it will come. I have many more ideas to come with the hard edge technique. And for example, you can cut the tape and make curves with it. You can do a whole lot of things, and it's a lot of fun. I used to, I used this technique a whole bunch when I was in school. It was one of my favorite techniques when it came to abstract art. I like to have some nice crisp, straight lines, and that's why I'm using it with fluid acrylics now that I know that it works. It worked perfectly with the hard canvas, so yeah. So I'll zoom you in, and I will get started. Okay, so I mixed my paint the usual way, and this is a fluid acrylic. It's zinc white. I will put the colors I've used in the description, like I usually do. The zinc white is a fluid acrylic. I mixed it 50-50 with medium, no water, because I want to keep it dense, heavy, so it sinks in the other colors and creates cells. So I'll put this one first in my cup, because I'm going to do a flip cup. After that, this is an acrylic ink. This is copper. It looks dull right now, but as the medium dries, it will regain all its iridescence and it will shine. The medium will dry transparent instead of keeping its white aspect, making it look like that at the moment, but it will lose that. So I use the side of the cup so they do not mix. And I pour very slowly. Now I have my layer of copper on top of the white paint. After that, it's the Pyrrole orange. This is also, well, it's a high flow acrylic. They are similar to the inks. And I use the ratio of 1 part ink or high flow acrylics to 10 part medium. And I add a bit of water. I added a bit of water to that too. I mix them the same. 1 part ink high flow to 10 part medium and about 5% water. They do not really need water, but I add the water anyway because it has a lower density than the paint and the pigments, and it helps the light pigments and paints to sell up. So I add water for that reason only in the inks. And I pour it slowly so that it will stay on the top of the copper using the side of the cup. There we go. Now I have my third layer on. And finally, let's not forget the fluorescent colors. This is a Liquitex soft body. I found the rest of paint. I had some left, so I thought I would use it. It's a soft body acrylic. I did 50-50 paint in medium, and I added about 15% water. Not maybe 10-15% water. I really go for a consistency, for a fluid cream consistency. The soft body is a little more thick than the fluid acrylic. It's a lot thicker than the inks and the high flow, so it needs more water. More water will help it sell up even better. And so it's the lighter pigments too, the lightest pigments, and I will put it completely on top. And now I will do the flip cup. The reason I put the heavy density paint on the bottom is because now they end up on top. And since they're on top, they will sink in the other colors and the light colors will tend to go up. And that's how you create the cells, really. And yeah, let's lift it. I have a new corner catcher because my other one was too full of paint and it didn't quite work out too much. about there and there. So I'll give you a time lapse. Will probably change, and meanwhile I'll pop my bubbles and make sure my sides are covered. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. There's a little bit of change that happened, some cells that appeared, especially there, here, but we'll lose this one. It's on the tape. You can see the tape is lifting a little bit in the middle. That's normal. It's because I did not put a medium in the middle, but it's not lifting on the edges, and that's because I put medium on the edges. The medium protects the tape from the humidity of the fluid acrylics and the water, and it helps keep the tape down, and the medium will cover all the little holes that may have you may have under the tape, that where the fluid acrylics could infiltrate. The medium will block that, and you'll have straight, perfect lines. Now, this canvas, I quite like it. Yeah. I love this part here. It's pretty amazing, and it's going to be surrounded by the metallic paint as well. And here, the movement in the cells. The cells are following the lines, and there's more cells here, more here, some lines as well. Here, all the lines. I love them lines. The movement that they create is really cool. I just like that a lot. This part here will dry a lot darker. It will dry as a copper. It will be iridescent. Of course, you'll have pictures of the finished painting dry in the outro with the stripes under the tape that we don't see now. I think the contrast will look amazing. It's one of the parts why I stuck the paint in the glass, because when they're stacked like that and not too mixed, they create a lot of cool details and lines as they spread and you move them around. I find it works better for me. That's why I do it. But you have to find the way that works the best for you, you know? We're not all the same. We all have our own personal preferences. The other reason why I stack them is because I stack them in order of density to get cells, to get some effects, lacing. The dense paint will sink into the light paint, and by doing so it creates cells. It pushes up the light curves, and that's how you get the cells, really. I really love that part. And that's cool because it's not on the tape. That part as well is not on the tape. The line, some of it is, but most of it isn't. So we got some on each side of the tape, so that's cool. We have a lot of copper here, not on the tape. Under there, there's a silver, so the copper will contrast with the silver, the orange will contrast with the blue, and it's going to be a bright side, happy side, to a dark side. Well, not sides, stripes. So we'll have some very contrasting stripes going there. Very happy overall. Can't wait to remove the tape. The tape is going to be removed probably tomorrow. I'll try to film it if I remember, so you can see. And we're back. And like I said, very happy with it. The tape will go off probably tomorrow if the painting is dry enough. The tape is best to be removed when the paint is dry, but still kind of soft, wonky, like you wouldn't touch it, but it's dry, you know. If it's too dry and it started to cure, it's kind of hard to remove the tape without like, you can mess up the paint if you do that. Like you'll have chunks of paints that won't remove with the tape, and it will go over the other lines, and it's not cool. That's not what we want. We want straight, perfect lines. So straight, perfect lines I'll aim for. I hope you'll enjoy this one. It took me a bit of patience, but I think patience pays in the end, and we should be patient. Like when I say I can't wait for this one to dry, I can't wait to see it on a bright light. That's me being impatient, but in the end, I'm always being patient. I let it dry quietly and put it under the black light when I take pictures for the outro for my Facebook page, Instagram, or Twitter. The links are in the description if you want to check them out. I post pictures of my paintings, post pictures almost daily, and you can take your time to look at them in full size if you want. So yeah, on that note, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!